Folks, I want to remind you all that I'm not a traditional user on this website. Alright, because everyone else, whenever they get into drama or whatever, the first thing they can think of is deplatform, kick them off, you know? It's the easy go-to. But for me, when you try to threaten my platform or whatever, I will 10,000% fight back. And the reason why I'm talking about this right now is your boy Def Noodles, as well as Without a Crystal Ball. And we'll get into her in just a second. Well, they decided that they were going to take some shots at me, and I certainly, played along as well, and, well, they weren't happy with me at all. They were not pleased. So this whole thing started when this guy, Def Noodles, he runs a YouTube channel. It's like he's like an LA YouTuber type. He kind of pretends to be like both a journalist and a comedian at the same time. He fails at both of them, so it's no surprise there. And this is a guy I got into drama with like a month ago. I did a video on him, you might remember that. I just kind of made him look like a fool on Twitter or whatever, just kind of exposed him for being a spurg. It's nothing too personal, it's just, you know, taking a little shots, you know me. And, well, I guess he's been asked about that ever since, because, I mean, the consensus was that I won. I mean, big YouTubers ended up covering the story, and pretty much everybody took my side because I was right. So I guess he's been a little bit, ass-mad or whatever. So he decided randomly to take a shot at me, as well as my friends. He says, people are angry that Parler got shut down. Parler is a conservative alternative to Twitter. Well, it's not exclusively conservative, but that's mostly the user base there. So he's saying that the people that are angry that Parler got shut down are saying that it's a suppression of speech. But these are also the people that are angry that Parler got shut down. So he includes a screenshot here of me calling Bo Blacks an F. He includes Lieutenant Cobra saying hello N-words. Then he includes Nick DiOrio saying fuck you F. And then he includes the last screenshot here of Nick DiOrio asking if he can say the N-word. Now, of all these screenshots, you know, the first three, they're gamer words being thrown in there. The last one, this isn't even that bad. It's like he had to put 4 pictures in the one tweet or whatever. It's like he had to do that. So he just picked this tweet right here just to throw it in there. So now, here's the thing, alright? Yeah, we are using some gamer words. You know, it's just guys, you know, goofing around saying some words or whatever. There's no malintent in any of these messages or whatever. And if you guys follow me, you understand my position on slurs and words like this, if you even want to consider the F word a slur, which is a whole other debate on its own. But I don't really care, alright? I'll use whatever word I want. People know what my stances are, and people know that words are not indicative of true hatred or whatever, but it's not even worth arguing whether or not, by using these words, you're a racist or a homophobe to these people, because they're always gonna think you're that anyway. So, you know, Def Noodles, he can get as mad as he wants about me using certain words or whatever, and any of y'all who are watching this video right now, y'all are allowed to get as mad as y'all want or whatever. I don't really care. So, I'm gonna laugh at his response or whatever, but I don't really care at the same time. It's like, what are you exposing me for? You know, being edgy? Like, wow, shocking. Bro, you got me there. This isn't even that edgy in my opinion, but that's, I don't know, whatever. I guess he got me. He exposed me. You caught me red-handed. I publicly posted this, and now you found it. Because I posted it publicly. It's like, he didn't even, like, dig... These aren't even, like, DMs or something. This is I chose to post this. Wow, you found me. Anyway, so... And I don't even understand his argument either. He's like, the people that are angry that Parler got shut down are saying this, but this is what they look like. It's like, what did you expect? Alright? And I put up a members-only video talking about this, but it's like, what did you expect would be posted on Parler? Obviously, what people are going to post on Parler is shit that's not allowed on Twitter. Otherwise, they would post that on Twitter. Like, what are you surprised? So anyway, I decided to prank him a little bit, and feel free to disavow me. This is totally an asshole thing of me to do or whatever. I don't think it's that bad, but I'll admit I'm kind of being an asshole here. Take a listen. Guys, real quick, This is from Nick DiOrio's stream last night that I was calling into while all of this was going down. Guys, real quick, nobody owns the Def Noodles hat. Somebody make a Def Noodles app, tweet horrible shit on there, then post some replies to his tweet, and see if his retard
You can't,
fans
dude. The
believe
website's down. You gotta get a gap, dude.
No, I have it open right now.
Okay.
Alright. Somebody make a horrible account of Def Noodles.
Yeah, so I can screenshot and reply to him.
So the joke was that I was telling people, okay, so he doesn't really like Parler that much, and the Def Noodles ad is not taken on Parler. So somebody make the Def Noodles ad, say something horrible or whatever, and then one of us can quote tweet him and be like, this you, and then see if his fans fall for it or whatever. It's a prank, and you know what? I probably should disavow. I'm being an asshole or whatever. I didn't think there's any harm in the prank. I'm just goofing around or whatever. It's on Parler, all right? Maybe you'd have an argument if I was doing this on Twitter or something like that, but I'm doing it on a platform that, first of all, you were never going to use or join anyway, so obviously all accounts that are made are going to be fake. Nobody's going to get fooled into thinking that that's actually you. But secondly, this is a prank that I'm literally describing on live stream. It's not even like I'm doing this behind the scenes or like, like conniving behind the scenes or whatever. I'm literally outing my own joke publicly, ruining the joke. Like, I'm saying it publicly. So it's just like, look, you want to disavow me or whatever? Fine, all right? Yeah, you probably should disavow this, all right? But it's just a joke. It's just a little prank. And worst of all, he is lying in this post right here. So he posts that clip, making me look bad. And then he says, important, AugieRFC, Boblax, and Nicholas Diorio are maliciously inciting their audience to create Parler accounts under my name and write horribly racist things. I don't have a Parler. I've never had a Parler. You can access Parler via web without an account. Any posts claiming to be me and Parler are fake and not representative of what I believe in and created under the pretense to portray me in a bad light. I do not condone any of it. I am considering, and this is the nuclear take right here, I am considering legal action. They have declared intent to defame me. Bruh. What are you gonna sue me for? What are you gonna sue me for? You can't prove damages. I didn't do anything to you. I'm not even the one making the accounts. I told other people to do it. I didn't do that shit. Alright, that's on them if they did it. Yes, I'm telling them to, and yes, I'm being an asshole, but you know what? Def Noodles, this is my message, alright? Please take me to court. I'm serious. I really want to see how this goes down. Imagine, like, showing up to court, if this ever happened, which it wouldn't. But imagine, dude, he's trying to show the judge, like, our Minecraft streams and my Parler account or whatever. He's like, look, he's maliciously attacking me. Like, that's a joke. That's literally a joke. You can't do shit to me. Obviously, he's just saying that to try to scare me into backing down, which I didn't, by the way. So, get fucked. So he's having a total meltdown on Twitter. He starts talking about fake accounts like an hour later or whatever. Then Katie Joy comes in. And this is in the morning while I'm sleeping, alright? Katie Joy hops on. So she quote tweets the original Def Noodles tweet and says, more proof that Creepshow Art's friends, who she live streamed with in November to try to humiliate and defame me, homophobic slurs and racism. That's not even a full sentence, alright? So then she hops in there or whatever, and she says, the same critters have been harassing me since July. That's not true. They falsely accused me of lying. What? And done everything to ruin my credibility. Well, I mean, you ruin your credibility on your own. I mean, this is the same woman that was looking for Taddy Westbrook's docs and is now currently being sued for millions by Taddy Westbrook. This is also the same woman that put up a story saying that the police were investigating Shane Dawson, and when we found out that that wasn't true, she said we were harassing her because I was a little bit, harsh to her in DMs that I was showing on screen or whatever. So look, all of these situations, right? I'm not gonna lie. I am an asshole, all right? I also don't really care. Sorry. But to say that I'm, like, harassing you or, like, threatening your life or whatever, which is what she wants to put into people's heads. She wants to put people's heads that I'm a white supremacist, we'll get into that in just a second, and that I deserve to go. It's absolutely ridiculous. And then she says, guess who hangs out with these people? Creepshow Art. Creepshow Art has not, as you point out, Creepshow Art has not been on my stream since November. We don't hang out with Creepshow Art. I barely talk to this person, but even if we did, even if we were best friends with Creepshow Art, what does my actions have to do with her? This is just textbook guilt by association, and it's what people defer to when they have no solid argument. This right here is Katie Joy's nuclear take. This YouTuber loves to harass commentary channels and accuse them of crimes. I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about accusing people of crimes. Generally, when I accuse people of crimes, I am pretty dead set sure that they have done the crime. She says, take over their chats and here... Okay, so she's saying that I send people to her chats or whatever. I don't really recall ever doing that. And then she says, and here he is mad that 2 white supremacists were banned from DLive. Then he wonders why companies like Streamlabs banned him. YouTube should too. So outright calling for my deplatforming from YouTube or whatever. So she throws a bunch of shit out here. She points out a tweet where I reported that Nick Fuentes and Baked Alaska were banned from DLive. And yes, believe it or not, even though in this tweet, you cannot look at this tweet alone and say that I am angry that they are getting banned or whatever, but you know what? I will do the hard work for you, alright? Yeah, censorship, pretty fucking bad. I don't care who it happens to, I don't like it. I don't like it when it happens to Trump. I wouldn't, even you, I wouldn't like it if it happened to you. I don't like it when it happens to people like Nick Fuentes or Baked Alaska. I don't care how fringe these people are or whatever, but sorry, my principles are consistent or whatever. So, I didn't even have to say that. I could have just played ignorant and been like, I wasn't, mad that they got banned or whatever. No, actually, I'll do the hard work for you. Yeah, and the hard work for me is just being completely and totally transparent and honest with you. Yeah. All right. Say what you will about either of these 2 individuals or whatever. The message, there's a greater, conversation to be had here about censorship. And if DLive, and this is going a little bit off topic, but if DLive, sort of paints themselves as a free speech alternative, but then they're banning people under just the simplest of pressure, yeah, I'm going to call that out, and yeah, I'm not going to be a big fan of that. So, you know what? I could have chosen the easy route and pretended like I wasn't affected by this and just destroyed you that way. But you know what? I'm gonna play it in hard mode, alright? Yeah, fuck, dude, you got me. I don't like censorship. Don't care who it happens to. Don't care how fringe the person is. I don't care, how controversial they are. So, oops, you got me. Not sure what that has to do with me getting banned from YouTube, though. Which is what you want, and I hate to break it to you, but as of right now, that's never gonna happen. My channel could go down tomorrow, and I would get it back up the next day. Because I don't break the rules here on YouTube. You guys like to paint it out like I do, like I'm some like psychopath or whatever, but I don't. And there's really nothing you can do about me. One day I probably will get banned from YouTube if we're really telling the truth. Excuse me. One day I probably will get booted off this website, alright? But it's not gonna be anytime soon. And even when I am booted off, do you think I'm just gonna quit there? I hate to break it to you people, but I'm gonna be around for a very long time. And if you consider my innocent pranks on Twitter or just my harsh language in DMs or whatever, if you consider my rough, coarse attitude, if you could even call it that, if you consider that harassment, buckle up, Buttercup, because you're gonna have to get used to it. I'm not leaving. I'm not going. I'm not, even if I was banned and I couldn't come back, do you think I'm just gonna quit there? Fuck no, dude. I'm a fighter, alright? I'm not a traditional YouTuber. I'm not gonna bow down. I'm not gonna cuck. I'm not gonna apologize. I'm not gonna do any of that shit, alright? I'm gonna fight. If it just means just basic shit like this or whatever, fuck, dude. I'm petty as fuck. I'm not gonna quit. So, you're gonna have to it's gonna take you guys a long time to get rid of me. But the funny part is, with Katie Joy or whatever, even with Deaf Noodles, these are people I talked about for like a week at most when they were relevant, when they were in the news feeds. I haven't talked about either of these 2 individuals at all recently. Maybe a joke here or there against Deaf Noodles. I think I made a tweet about him the other day or whatever, but in terms of consistently attacking these people, I have not done that at all. These people, when they cry harassment, when they say that, oh, Augie's going after me, Augie's harassing me or whatever, don't get fooled by their message. These people do not believe in harassment. They believe in attention, and they crave it every single day. They love the negative attention that channels like me supposedly send them because I am talking about them, and they have some sick thrill, dude. They practically get off to it because it gives them an excuse to go after me and say dumb shit and try to get me deplatformed. They want it to happen. They want me to keep talking about them. And the truth is that I'll only talk with those people when they're relevant to me. I'm not going to bash you for months on end just because I don't know, because I want to or whatever. But I'm also not going to ignore you, when you're crossing paths with me or whatever. I take a very nuanced approach to this. When you're relevant, when you're in the news, I'll talk about you. Otherwise, I'll leave you alone, all right? But don't get fooled by these people when they say that they're being harassed or, this is something horrible that's happening to them or whatever, because it's not. It's not true. It's not a lie. I look at these people's social media feeds And I can already tell you that they love it. They love the attention. They love what comes after them because it lets them be the victims that they always wanted to be, and it's sick. But I'm not dumb enough to fall for it, so I'll keep calling it out like how it is. So then she goes after Nick and says, I heard you love to use the N-word. Now, I'm friends with Nick. I talk to Nick quite often. Nick is probably one of the only YouTubers I talk to frequently, and probably the YouTuber I talk to the most. Either him or Boblax. I've never heard Nick say the N-word, so I don't know where she's getting that. There's not a post of Nick saying it publicly. I don't think I've ever heard him say it privately. I'm trying to think, no, I've literally never heard Nick say the N-word. I'm not even joking or whatever. It's just, I don't remember. If he did, it happens so infrequently that it doesn't even come to mind. She said, I also heard you love to use homophobic slurs, so she's going to just paint us as a racist or homophobe or white supremacist, use these popular buzz terms right now to just, scare us or whatever, to make us submit, which we'll never do. She then says, I don't give a shit about you calling me out. Yes, you do. She then starts tagging again. This is what I mean when these people are addicted to the attention that they draw towards themselves or whatever. She could have just made one tweet and be done with it or whatever, but she just had to keep going on, throwing Creepshow Art under the bus as well, trying desperately to tag her into this. Hey Creepshow, isn't this your friend? You love to live stream on his channel. Did you know that you hang out with people who support white supremacists? That's gross. Damn, bro, you got me. Hey Augie, aren't you the guy that harasses content creators for blocking and deleting comments? Why did you delete 2 years of tweets? Because I was getting DMCA flagged, and any tweet that is an image or whatever is susceptible to getting me banned. And I'd rather keep my Twitter account that gets 100 times the interaction that you could dream of polling. So that's why I delete my tweets. I don't delete my tweets to hide my statements. So I don't understand what your point is. So I don't know. Look, I've said my piece, alright? These people are fucking crazy, and honestly, if you don't see through their little ruse or whatever, you're just an idiot. I hate to break it to you. But, anyway, I don't know. You guys hear the music. My name's AugieRFC. I'm gonna peace out of here. I'm throwing up a podcast for my members. I also threw up a members-only video yesterday, kind of talking about this stuff before it really blew up. So make sure to become a member at youtube.com/AugieRFC. I've got exclusive content going up there. It's going to be a fun week, ladies and gentlemen. I can already feel it in my bones. It's going to be a fun time. Take care, everyone.